So we are at the base of White Mountain, one of the most iconic places in Provo, out in nature, which is one of our goals, and you should walk the White Trail if you haven't. It's a really good challenge. And we are here asking some of the most interesting questions in biology. The first question is, we're talking about plants and animals and how they have very different strategies to survive on this planet. There's lots of ways in which you can lose your life on this planet. And animals all have a general strategy of being able to survive on this planet, and it comes down to a single word: movement. They move. If they lack water, they're dehydrated, they move to a source of water. If they need food, they move to that food. If they are escaping predation, they're being attacked by a predator, then that involves movement. Physically running or moving in the landscape, or calling out for help, which is movement of muscles, vocal cords. So if you really spend some time thinking about it, almost every animal solves a survival problem through contracting their muscles, moving in the landscape. And that's true for us as well. We're set up to move to our resources, the things that we need for our survival. We build structures and we move within them when we're hot or cold to maintain our body temperature at the right way. It's called homeostasis, and so that we can survive within a constantly changing environment. And so one thing that's really interesting to think about is the fact that the plants can't move. They are what we call sessile. They're stuck in space in the landscape. So you could imagine a situation where if we imposed that limitation of being sessile on animals as a thought exercise, you can see really quickly the challenge that plants face. And again, you can get a deeper appreciation for how they solve their survival problem. And just to help you think through this, you can imagine, again, I'm here on White Mountain, and if roots suddenly came out of my shoes and I was sessile, I was stuck here in space, I couldn't move in the landscape. And then we could think about and have a conversation about how long would I survive in this landscape as an animal without the ability to move, and what would lead to my demise in this landscape? And we could think about lots of different things. We could think about on a day like today where it's about 85 degrees, probably dehydration would kill me. Within several hours, I would start to become dehydrated, my body would overheat, and I would probably die of heat stroke or dehydration. If it was the spring or fall, then perhaps over a couple of days, a lack of food, not just having enough calories, I could end up over maybe a week dying by not being able to obtain enough calories in my diet to survive. You think about other things. There are mountain lions on this mountain, and during the night, if I couldn't physically move off the mountain or protect myself or call for help, then a mountain lion could attack me and eat me for its meat. So everything that again we as animals do to survive on the earth involves movement, and yet none of these plants can move, and yet they survive. And so what we want to talk about next is some things that plants can do that animals can't do to overcome those constraints of survival when you can't